Today we're going to hear a story about birds. When the story starts, the birds are living in a place where the weather is about to change and it'll start to get cold for the winter. Many birds do not like it when the weather gets cold. Can you think of some reasons why the birds might not like it when it gets cold out? Yeah, so the birds don't like feeling cold, and the birds also will have a harder time finding the foods that they try to eat when it's cold out. Do you have any ideas about what birds might do if the place where they're living gets cold and there's no food? They go somewhere else, that's right. Many birds move or fly as a group to a different, warmer place to live during the winter. When birds do this, we say that they fly south for the winter because it stays warmer in the south and there's plenty of food, warmer like it is here in Texas. Have you ever seen flocks of birds flying south for winter? Today, the title of our read aloud is How the Turtle Cracked His Shell. In this story, you'll hear about a turtle who wants to fly south for the winter with a group of birds. I want you to listen carefully to find out what happens in the story and how turtles got lines on the back of their shells like the one you see here. This is a picture of a real turtle. So in real life, we can see that turtles have cracks and lines on their shells. Let's read our story to find out how they got those. It was the time of year when the yellow leaves started falling from the aspen trees. Turtle was walking about on the ground. Up above him, he saw many birds gathering together in the trees. They were making a lot of noise. Turtle was curious to know what was happening. He wondered what they were doing. "Don't you know?" the birds said. "We're getting ready to fly to the south for the winter." "Why are you going to do that?" asked Turtle. "Don't you know anything?" answered the birds. "Soon it's going to be very cold here. The snow will begin to fall, and there won't be much food to eat. Down south it will be warm. It seems like summer there all of the time, and there's plenty of food." As soon as the birds mentioned food, Turtle became more interested. Turtle was getting hungry. "Can I come with you?" he asked. "You have to be able to fly to go south with us," said the birds. "You are a turtle and you cannot fly." Turtle would not give up. "Isn't there some way you could take me along?" he asked. He begged and he pleaded. Finally, just to get him to stop bothering them, the birds agreed. "Look here," they said. "Can you use your mouth to hold on tightly to a stick?" "That's no problem at all," Turtle said. "Once I grab onto something with my mouth, no one can make me let it go." "Good," said the birds. "Then you will hold on tightly to this stick. Two of us will grab the ends with our feet. That way we can lift you up and carry you with us on our way south. But remember, keep your mouth shut." "That's easy," said Turtle. "Now let's go south where it seems like summer with all that food." Turtle grabbed on to the middle of the stick. Two big birds came and grabbed each end. They flapped their wings hard and lifted Turtle off the ground. Soon Turtle and the birds were high in the sky, heading south. What do you think Turtle could see all the way up there? Could probably see almost everything. Turtle had never been so high off the ground before. He liked it. He could look down and see how small everything looked. But before he and the birds had gotten very far, he began to wonder where they were. He wondered about the lake down below him and the hills beyond. He wondered how far they had come. He wondered how far they would have to go to get where Summer lived. He wanted to ask the two birds these questions. However, he couldn't talk with his mouth tightly closed on the stick. Think about what might happen if he had opened his mouth to talk. Turtle tried rolling his eyes to get the birds' attention, but the two birds just kept on flying. Then Turtle tried waving his legs at them. The birds acted as if they didn't even notice. Now Turtle was getting upset. Turtle thought the least that they could do was tell him where they were. Said Turtle, trying to get their attention, and it didn't work. Finally, Turtle had lost his temper. That means he got mad. "Why don't you listen to," was all he had said. As soon as he had opened his mouth to speak, he let go of the stick and started to fall. Down and down he fell, a long, long way. Turtle was so frightened that he pulled his legs and his head into his shell for protection, tried to keep himself safe. He hit the ground hard, which made him ache or hurt all over. He ached so much that he didn't even notice that his shell had cracked all over when he landed. Turtle was very unhappy. He wanted to get as far away from the sky as he possibly could. He found a pond and crawled into it. He swam down through the water to the pond's bottom. Once there, he dug deep into the mud. Then he fell asleep. He slept all through the winter and didn't wake up until the spring. That's called hibernating. When animals hibernate, they go to a warm, safe place and they sleep during the cold winter. When he woke up, he was very proud of all the cracks still showing on his shell. Ever since then, every turtle's shell has looked like it has cracks all over it. All the birds still fly south for the winter. However, turtles pull their legs and heads into their shells, curl up, and sleep the winter away. The end. Can you remember the new word I taught you that we used to talk about animals that sleep all winter? Hibernate. Say hibernate with me. Hibernate. Great job.